It's in the game.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking that time for Stills. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week.
That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Connect. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, 180. 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's checking cracks.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Quinnen Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Taco Charlton make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rosen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Rosen to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Darnold from the gun. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14. Dolphins 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On first down, Drake. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run with Drake. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. Stills was 2nd on the team a year ago to the now-departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
6-man. Check curls.
On first down, it's Drake. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 7, Rosen. Buying time, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Rosen, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Mike 52. Check tight end, check tight.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one taken from the 7. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll go again with Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On third down, here's Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd and 10, Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now it's Rosen looking. And throw right side complete to Parker. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready? Watch that in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Jets' 11.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
We coming all day.
Third and long here for Rosen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I got you, Pop. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, alert, alert. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Rosen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, Alpha.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Let's go.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. This is Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the line. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier